Take a fucking gander here.
Yeah, bring the fucking noise. I don't know why I just said that. It's just the first thing that popped in my head. What's going on? What's going on, everyone? Happy Tuesday.
Brian Beezman.
That's me. It's your boy, Brian Beezman, a.k.a. BonerJams, a.k.a. Brian. I don't know what else I got for you. Thank you, everyone, for stopping by tonight, hanging out with Beez Company. We would say Three's Company, but apparently they don't like that shit and whatever. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling because we have a cool show for you guys. We have a special guest tonight. But before we bring the special guest on, I'm going to bring my boy, Xander. I'm going to bring him on first.
Hey, what's up, dude?
What up, Sin?
Dude, I love the catchphrase. Like, that was awesome. Bring the noise.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from.
Dude, that was gold, man. I'm jealous. I didn't have anything cool to say. So, you know, you're already killing it, man. That's just how you roll, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So thanks for hanging out, Xander.
Dude, happy to be here. Happy to be anywhere, man.
Good. And then we have another friend backstage. We'll bring him on. AJ Bueno, what's good?
I just want to say I really like your catchphrase.
Dude, right? I feel so underprepared.
I know.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. You gotta step up your game.
Yeah,
what's
well,
good, AJ?
Two in the bush is better than one in the bush.
What the hell is he talking about?
God. What's good, guys? Let's pretend that we didn't just talk for 20 minutes prior to this starting. How have you been?
Yeah.
Good, man.
Well, I only talked for like 7 minutes. I was in the waiting room forever. I was just watching you guys talk the whole time. I was like, anyway.
I don't know who would do that to you, but I'm sorry that happened.
I felt like clown at Howard Stern. Thanks for making us wait for ever.
Can I at least give you presents?
Yeah, I brought presents. You're the king. Anyway,
AJ, do you have a special guest you'd like to bring in tonight?
Yeah, we've got a very special guest for tonight's show. Been friends with this guy for a while. Super, super sweet guy. Very good looking. Extremely talented musician.
Extremely talented.
I think it's somebody that you guys watching might know. So, without further ado, tonight's guest, Corey.
Oh, what's going on, Corey?
And
dude,
nobody noticed. Nobody said a word.
I thought what was understood need not be discussed, so I didn't bring it up.
Yeah.
They look like identical twins.
You can call us disturbed because stupefied.
There you go.
There's your catchphrase.
Yeah. No, for real, we do have a special guest tonight. Not that Corey isn't special, but this other guest is just more special. And he is a great dude. He is good looking. He's in one of the biggest fucking rock bands in the world right now. They're just absolutely everywhere. And he is a crazy talented musician. And that guest is Tyler from Falling in Reverse.
What up, dude? What's going on?
Dude?
What's going on, man?
Not a whole lot, man. Not a whole lot. Actually, that's a lie. A shitload of stuff is going on right now.
You have so much going on, dude.
Yeah. How's everyone doing?
I'm doing great, man. Thanks for asking. I'm glad to know we already met backstage, but it's good to see you and good to meet you. And I'm excited to hang out with you.
Yeah. Yeah, this is fun, man.
Yeah.
Let's dig into it.
Well, you have a show, it looks like, coming up on Friday. Is that your first for this tour?
Yeah. So I'm home right now in Las Vegas. I have tomorrow to do anything and everything that I'm obligated to do or want to do in Vegas for the next, I think it's like, I'll be gone for like 50 days. So I
Damn.
fly out and then the tour kicks off in Peoria, Illinois. And then, which is really fucking cool, is that it ends in my hometown in Vegas. So like once the show's done, I just drive home, which is pretty
Nice.
sick. Yeah. But I still got a shitload to do before I leave. So
That's great.
yeah.
And this is your first show of 2024, right?
Yes, it is. Yeah, there's been a lot that's been going on like for like the past couple of weeks, so it's kind of hard to differ. It's hard to answer that, but yes, this is the first show.
That's awesome, man.
Yes, sir.
Have you guys been rehearsing? You ready to go?
You know what? we haven't rehearsed in a very. I know we haven't rehearsed in a long time. It's like the band has gotten to a point where it's like a well-oiled machine. So, and typically before certain tours, we'll take like a week of production, you know, and rehearse for like a week or so. But in this one, we're just jumping right into it. And I just fucking noticed, AJ, when you, I just noticed you and Corey. I just noticed that, dude. God damn it. It's fun.
Wait, noticed what? What's weird?
That you guys match.
Oh my god.
They look like identical twins.
Fucking
Someone's got to change.
Okay. All right.
What if you guys took off both your shirts and there was more matching shit underneath?
I actually think this is yours.
Should we switch?
Yeah, probably. Anyways, we had to come up with something stupid to do.
You
Cool.
guys look
No, I
great.
love
Y'all look great.
So AJ, how'd you meet Tyler? How'd you guys first become chums?
I'll let Tyler tell that because he was aware of me before I was aware of him, which sounds really stupid of me, but
Ooh.
So over COVID, I feel like a lot of people got bored and a lot of people are on the internet a lot more. And I am an avid fan and collector of all things late 80s, early 90s, as far as like horror and metal, like all that whole world. And it was just on my For You page one day on YouTube, and I was like, what is this? And I was watching it, and I was like trying to understand. I was trying to understand what was going on, because there's like the intro, and then like he's like showing off his collection. I was like, holy shit, this is sick. And like I literally just kept watching them and watching them and watching them and watching them. And then I don't like, because you came to the show in Columbus, but did I hit me? I don't know. I was just like, dude, I'm a fucking fan of your shit. Like,
I noticed you liking my photos because back then a blue check mark meant something. And I was like, who is this? And I like went to your page and I saw that it said Falling in Reverse. And I was like, that's a big band. Like I'm aware of them. So I think I followed you back, and then you messaged me and you were like, hey, we're playing in Columbus. Like, how far away from Columbus are you?
yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I'll be there. Like we had just gotten done with Pale Fest and the Thanksgiving stuff. So it was like slow time for me. And I was really stoked because I realized that Luke Holland was the drummer for Falling in Reverse. And I was like, fuck, Luke Holland's going to be there. Like he's one of my favorite drummers ever. So
Buddy. Yeah.
drove up there by myself and we just fucking kicked it for the night. And everybody was super nice to me. And I was just very impressed with your company. So it was just a breath of fresh air too, because like being in the music industry and stuff, it's like everyone is like it's just, you talk shop all the time. It's just, oh, what bass tone, oh, what plugins do you use, and oh, who mixed this, and oh, what cap is that venue, and oh, and it's just like that's a part of my life. And like another part of my life is like I'm an avid collector of things. You know what I mean? Like I'm literally like, you're literally propped up on like a mountain of like VHSs right now. I got Halloween 4, Lost Boys, Beetlejuice, like, you know what I mean? So it's just like I love that shit. And
I also love to learn, and like your YouTube shit is very informative. Like I found out like what things are called, you know, like what companies there are, like even like that, like we were discussing yesterday, there's a mask company, or was, I don't know if they still are, I think Topstone. And it's the Graveyard Devil, by the way, that I was referring to, that mask. And it's just like, I've always seen that mask. I didn't know what the fuck it was. I was like, that's cool. Next, like, you know what I mean? So it's just like, it was a breath of fresh air, and it was something outside of music and horror. And I've told AJ this a lot too. One thing I appreciate is that like, he kind of connects all those worlds in a way, because when he's doing festivals and there's a lot of bands that are mask oriented or horror themed, you know, it kind of becomes full circle, you know? So like, it was a breath of fresh air finding his page. I was like, this kid fucking rips, you know?
Thanks,
So,
man.
That's kind of, yeah, that's kind of how we
say that it was a breath of fresh air becoming friends with you rather than friends with, you know, like I've done stuff with, what, is it me?
No, go on.
Bumping into you and knowing about your presence and the band that you're in and how big it is or whatever, but not knowing anything about it, it was cool to see someone on your level, not to like jerk you off too much, but like you were legitimately nerding out over like the masks that you told me to bring. And I was like, this guy's a fucking dude, man. Like he's a normal ass dude. I thought that was so cute. You meet so many people in the industry that are fucking awful people, and even people that you look up to. So it was really cool to know that like no matter what level it is, there's still people out there that are legit. I think that's why we became friends, because prior to that, it really was just like a, hey, I like your shit. You want to come to this show? And I'm like, yeah, cool. And then I mean, we've had like the deepest conversations and the nerdiest conversations and the whatever else. And it's like we were talking before we went live, like I have core memories with you now. Like,
yeah.
Fucking hung out with Kiss, dude.
Yeah, I literally fucking remember at that Columbus show, I was waiting for you outside of that gate, and as soon as you pulled, like, and you came in, and we just started shooting the shit, like, we instantly wanted to start doing karate in the garage. You know what I mean?
It wasn't even a handshake either. I remember, like, Tyler's tall as shit too, by the way, just for anybody that doesn't know. So I'm like walking up to him, and I like put my hand out to shake his hand, and he's like, nah, bring it in. And we just fucking hugged, and I was like, this is real. So yeah, that's how we met.
It's my buddy.
I'm getting all.
I think it's cool that Tyler has that story, because I don't know, like AJ seems to, you know, resonate with a lot. Like Tyler said, meshing all those worlds together. Like I found AJ through Halloween Michael Myers content, and little did I know like about the Slipknot stuff or whatever. So like, you know, like I think I nerd out more about the musical stuff and the theatrical bands and stuff, but it's just cool to like hear somebody else like nerd out over like what they're into and like have a similar story. So I think it's just, you know, a cool thing that the House of Masks does.
Well, that's another thing too. It's like, you know, let's just say Pale Fest, for instance, right? I'm just making up fictitious numbers, but let's just say there's 10 people that are there. There's one guy that doesn't like Slipknot, but he loves Halloween. There's one guy that loves Slipknot and Guar, but could give a shit less about horror movies. But they're all there for like one generalized idea. Everyone's there for a reason. And like, but now those two guys can be buddies. They might not watch movies together or go to concerts together, but like they both bro down over the same shit. And they never know each other otherwise. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's why I think it's like really fucking cool.
Damn, you guys are making me feel really fucking warm.
You're goddamn right.
That's metal.
Yeah, dude.
Good deal.
All right, Boner. You got to do the interview stuff that you want to do, because I know that this is really quickly going to turn into like Tyler's favorite band is fucking Motley Crue. And we're going to talk about that a lot. And White Zombie.
What's wrong with that? What is wrong with talking about Motley Crue? That sounds like a great segue.
I want to get the professional stuff out of the way before we do that weird autistic thing that we do every single episode.
Yeah. Sure. Got it.
We just douse ourselves in tism. All right. So, yeah, I have a million things I put together, but all right. So Tyler,
Yes, sir.
How'd you get into the music industry? Like, you started playing bass, guitar. Tell us a little bit
Oh,
about
fuck, dude. How much time you got?
that. Got a few hours, bro. We're here for you.
Okay. The year was, I don't know what fucking year it was, but so I grew up in like a pretty, like, I guess you would call it a rock and roll household. Like, my dad rode Harleys and shit, and it's covered in like fucking tattoos and shit, and like we were always listening to everything, Metallica, fucking Motley, like all that shit. And I remember my dad, like, in our basement, Ohio, mind you, so we had basements. We don't have that out here in the West Coast, but in the basement, he, like, the walls were fucking covered with like cassette tape decks, where like the walls are now cassettes, and you just pull them off the fucking wall. And I remember, and he had everything. I'm talking like Jim Croce, like old ass country shit. He had fucking Rush, Triumph, Motley Crue, Journey, everything, right? And I remember I pulled off a Rush tape, and like I just heard, like, it wasn't guitar, you know what I mean? And at that time, like, Limp Bizkit was popular. So like I would listen to all this like old shit at home, but like in school, everyone's listening to like, Disturbed, Mudvayne, like all that shit at the time. All this like bum, bum, like there's like this low shit going on. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And I was like, Dad, what is that? He goes, oh, that's a bass. And I was like, I want to do that. Cause usually what happens is everyone wants to fucking be the daddy dick fucking lead guitar player. And then, in your high school, there's 10 fucking guitar players and no one's, the bass player, so they get demoted to bass. But like mine was quite the opposite. I was like, dude, I'm fucking owning it. I want to be the fucking bass player. That shit is sick. So the first song ever, my dad got me a bass during like tax return time. Like it was like February or some shit like that. And and he got me a bass from like this local shop in Canton. And the first song I learned was Tom Sawyer.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And there's a dude for a fucking like 10-year-old, there's a lot going on in that song.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like,
that's
listen
sick.
to that. When we're done, listen to that motherfucker, dude. Just listen to the bass lines. It's sick. But yeah, so I did that, and then my brother, he's a motherfucker on the drums too. His name's Jerry Lee. He's very like Tommy Lee, but like Vinnie Paul. Like he's very like heavy-handed and heavy-footed. He started playing drums, and like we just started a band. It was, we were 12, I think. And so, we were just trying to figure out like how to fucking play these things. So like songwriting wasn't even really an option yet, but we just started doing like the Skinners, the Kiss, the Rush, everything your parents listen to, like mom would be like, learn this song from 38 Special for me. And like, all that kind of shit. And we just learned enough songs we started playing in bars by the time I was like 14, 15. And yeah, that's kind of how it started.
Okay.
That's kind of how it started. I was just playing a lot of graduation parties. I was playing a lot of fucking Friday nights at the bar. They'd have to move the pool table so we could fucking put our drums and shit in, And then like that was like right before high school. That was like 8th grade, some shit like that. And then like once 9th grade hit, you know what I mean? Keep in mind, this was a time where like emo and scene and like all that shit was a thing. I didn't know anything about it. I wanted nothing to fucking do with it. If it wasn't Guns N' Roses and fucking Motley Crue, I wasn't about it. But all the babes at school fucking were listening to fucking, whoa, like all that shit. And I was like, hold on, like maybe there's something to this, because like all the girls were listening to this shit, and I was like, so I started listening to. I was trying to understand it, still didn't understand it, but at that time, all the girls were going to like all the kids in school shows who were singing that kind of stuff. Remember the kids with like this hair and the fucking V-necks and the fucking
dude.
That whole thing.
The emo.
So, yeah, so I was like. I didn't understand it, but like all the babes were there. So I was like, all right, I'll entertain this. But all those bands had a MySpace.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, guys, like, yeah, we're like a cover band, but we have like 3 originals. Let's make a MySpace. And yeah, that's kind of how it started. And then we were just doing the bar scene thing, you know, because we were getting paid to fucking play for fucking people. Like all these other kids were just, I don't know. But that's kind of how it started. And then there was a kid from Vegas who was looking for a bass player for a band he was starting in Vegas. This is way before Falling in Reverse. This is a long time ago. And I said, yeah, fuck it.
Okay.
I was like, yeah, I'll do it. I'll try it out. So I think I was 15 at the time, and I flew out to Vegas. I tried out for this kid's band, and I got the gig. And I stayed in Ohio for like a few more months after that, just trying to like get my orders into a fair. And like, that was literally it, man. Like I never felt like I belonged in Ohio. And that just kind of solidified it for me. You know, like the first time I saw a fucking palm tree was when I flew out to try out for this band. You know what I mean? Like I was a kid, like, and where I'm from, like, there is no fucking vacation. You don't go to Disney World. You don't go to fucking Myrtle Beach. Like, you don't do that shit where I'm from. You know what I mean? It's like you go to fucking public school and you fucking you pick a fucking lane. You either work at Timken Roller Bearing or at a gas station, or like, you know what I mean? Like that's, and I wasn't about that shit whatsoever. So, and that just kind of solidified it, man. I was like, I fucking like it out here. I like palm trees and I like mountains and I like fucking
warmth.
What this place? It gets a little hot for me. Like I still like, I love like the fall time. I want it to look like fucking Sleepy Hollow.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
But
There's nothing better than the fall.
You're goddamn right.
I just imagine the first time he saw a palm tree, everything was slow-mo, and it was like a Vice City trailer, and like Guns N' Roses, like Take Me Down to the Paradise City's playing.
Oh, you're goddamn right, dude. As soon as that motherfucker was like, hey, do you want to move to Vegas? I was like, dude, this 10 man got a sheet metal cock. Let's fucking go. And I was gone, dude. And I moved out to Vegas, and that was 2008. And obviously I was I think like I just turned 16, like a couple weeks after I moved out to Vegas, but clearly that band didn't work out. Still very good friends with the guy in that band. And guess who that guy ended up being?
Who?
Fuck, I feel like I should know this.
I was gonna, this kid, he's our age. He's my age. He's a guitar player, and he was trying to start a band because he was like a hired gun for, remember the band Warrant?
Yeah, absolutely. Cherry Pie.
Yeah, so the lead singer, Janie Lane, when Janie Lane was doing like his solo stuff, this guy was his guitar player. And like, you know, he was doing that, but he wanted to do his own thing. And he was trying to recruit guys for that. And ended up, the guy, his name is Dario Lorena, and he now is the rhythm guitar player of Black Label Society.
Oh shit.
Yeah. That's awesome.
He is, and he's a bad motherfucker on guitar and piano. Like, he fucking rips, and like, he deserves everything that he has coming to him and what he's got so far. And I couldn't be more proud of him. You know what I mean? Because like, the band didn't work out. I was trying to figure my shit out. He was trying to figure his shit out. Blah, 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 blah. And then like, I just remember one day, Black Label Society and Falling in Reverse, we were both playing at actually Incarceration in Mansfield.
Yeah.
And I just remember like looking over at him, you know, and like, we're both, like, I'm 32 now, but I want to say at the time I was like either 30. It was like 2 years ago. And he's like a year older than me. And I was just like, God damn, dude, here we are. We were talking about this moment, how we're going to be in this band. You know what I mean? Like, when we were like 16 and 17, oh, dude, we're going to blah, 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 blah. You know how everyone does that shit when, you know, you're dreaming, you know, but
sure.
And there we were backstage actually fucking doing it. It was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That is cool.
like we gave each other a big hug. It was a very cool first full circle moment for sure. But yeah, that band didn't work out. Next band didn't work out. Next band didn't work out. But you know, keep stabbing the beast. Someone's got to kill it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So found a lot of players along the way. Tried different bands along the way, and then actually, can people who are tuning in, can they see the backdrop that you have on here?
A little bit.
Like the Beez company thing,
Yeah.
and it, like my photo and that photo right there. So that photo shoot right there is actually what started everything for me. Ironically enough, if you want to get, I mean, I this is very long winded, so just tell me to shut the fuck up when I need to.
No,
shut up.
you're cool, man.
Dude,
But
you're crushing it.
Yeah.
so that photo shoot right there, I was actually, moving back to Ohio was never an option. It was never an option. And moving to LA was on the table, but it always seemed very daunting to me because I feel like LA is just so fucking expensive and oversaturated and overpopulated, and everyone moves there and gets dropped off at the bus station on Hollywood and Vine to be the next Guns N' Roses and yada, yada, yada. And I was like, that just, it wasn't, it didn't seem appealing to me at that Tyler's time. And so I was working in a factory, and it was like some straight like Laverne and Shirley shit, dude. Like it was literally a bottling plant in Nevada. Okay. And there's a photographer, and what the hell is his name's escaping me right now. It's his first name's Jeremy. But Jeremy lives in Massachusetts, but Jeremy does photos for like, at that time, I want to say that photo was in either 2013 or 2014, something like that. But he was doing photos for everybody. So like he would go on Warped Tour and do portraits of all the bands, the big, the small, the up and coming, the huge fucking bands. But he's a huge horror fan. A huge horror fan. And he would do all of the like Comic Cons and like all the horror cons and all that, and like he would do photos of like all of like the actors and actresses and stuff in those movies as well. And I just at that time I loved the way his photos looked. I still do. Like he does great work, and he still does great work to this day. But at the time he announced on Facebook that he was doing he was going out to LA and for like some photo shoots, and had asked if anyone wants to do sessions, like, you know, get it now, or like, you know, whatever. And I was working the night shift at a factory, and it was easily one of the fucking darkest times of my goddamn life. That like, I don't wish that upon anybody. It was such a grueling thing. Mm-hmm. And I was working the night shift, and I remember I saw that Facebook ad at like 3 a.m, and I had this thought, and I was like he's doing shit with like Rob Zombie and fucking, you know, Robert Englund, like, you know, he's like shooting all these fucking people. He's not gonna have time to shoot some fucking kid who works in a factory in Las Vegas. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like I was like, nah, I'm not gonna fucking bother this guy. I'm not gonna bother this guy. And I was like, what? Like, but why? Like, why not bother this fucking guy? He's clearly on Facebook saying, hey, if someone wants, you know, like, and that's the battle you have with yourself. When you're trying to do something like whatever, like this could be anything in your life, you know, like, should I do that project? Should I post that? Should I try to pursue that? And like, you talk yourself out of it, and you gotta fucking talk yourself out of it. You know, say, fuck that, do that shit. What's the worst thing that you're going to get is a no. You know what I mean? Ask that chick out. The worst thing that could happen is no. Ask for a fucking job application at that place. The worst thing they're going to say is no. You know, whatever it may be. And I wrote him, and he didn't write me back. And I was like, you know, I had to talk myself up, you know, at like 3:30 in the morning in this fucking factory. And I was like, the worst he's going to say is no. And he didn't write me back. And I was like, oh, whatever. Went home, went to bed, woke up. He wrote me back, you know?
Mhm.
And he said, hey, dude, you know, if you wanna come out to, it was like Pasadena or Glendale, like some like suburb in LA. I'm doing photos here, and here. These are the dates I have available, and these are the times I have available. And I was like, I just booked it. I didn't even know how much fucking money I had in my account. I was living paycheck to paycheck at the time. I didn't know how I was getting out there. You know what I mean? Like, it was like a whole thing, but I made it happen. You always have to fucking make it happen, regardless, you know?
Yep.
And I went out there, did the photo shoot. I wasn't even in a band at the time.
That's the coolest shit.
Hell
Like,
yeah.
dude, literally fake it till you make it, right?
I was not, dude. I wasn't in a fucking band. I just had fucking tattoos and long hair and a couple guitars. I didn't even know how I was getting out to fucking LA, but I made that shit happen. You know what I mean?
So sick.
And I fucking show up like I'm Nikki fucking Sixx, dude. Like my hair and the whole rig. You know what I mean? I'm showing up, and he was like, wait, and he's like looking back, and he goes, what band are you in? I was like, I'm not in one. He's like, are you looking for one? He goes, dude, you need to be in a fucking band. Like, you look sick. Like, you know what I mean? And like, this guy shoots people all day. Like, you know, he's shooting like fucking Skeet Ulrich and fucking, you know, like all these like horror actors and like all these like bands. Like, he shoots everybody. You know, he shoots Rob Zombie. He shoots like every, you know, and like, he's like, dude, like, what band are you in? I'm like, I'm not in a band. So he's like, hold on, man. So like, he like does a couple shots at me, and he's like, here, do this and do that, and like adjust his lights, and he goes, hey, hold on real quick. And I was like, all right. And he like steps out, and I'm just like hanging out in the studio, and he goes, hey man, he goes, you're not in a band? I go, no. He goes, do you want to be in a band? I was like, well, yeah, of course. Like, I was like, this is kind of like my glamour shots by fucking Deb, so I can like fucking be in a band. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And he's like, do you live in LA? And I go, no. He goes, can you come back into LA next weekend? And I go, yeah. And the following weekend, I auditioned for a band called New Year's Day.
Mm-hmm.
And in New Year's Day, great people, total sweethearts, just Orange County kids. You know what I mean? Like, they just write fucking cool ass metal songs and good-hearted people. And it was cool, man. They took me on my first tour. My very first tour was opening up for Escape the Fate in Europe. So my first tour ever was in Europe. Like, wow. I was green as fuck. Didn't know anything. You know, up until then I played in bars, and that was it. You know, like there's bands who are like, we're going on a fucking tour, and like you look at it and it's like 3 days, and it's like
all in the same state.
All in the same state, and it's like, no, motherfucker, you went on a road trip, brother. Yeah. Like,
how long was that tour? That first tour?
It was about a month.
That's
cool.
Sick.
It was about a month, but awesome. Dude, goddamn, that was, you know, jumping in the water and learning how to swim for sure, you know. And call it fate, call it whatever you want, but like it just didn't work out. You know what I mean? Like me being in that band, it just wasn't for me. It just, you know what I mean? There was a certain I don't know. I don't really. It's just when you know, you know. When you know it's not it for you, it just wasn't for me.
Sure.
I've toured with them afterwards, like the band I ended up being in, and the band and New Year's Day have toured together, and it just felt like a family reunion, and it was a lot of fun. And they're out. They just got off a fucking huge ass arena tour, like, you know, they're doing great. And yeah, and I just kept moving on. You know, that one didn't work out, and then I filled in for Escape the Fate, which is kind of funny now that you look back on it, because my singer, Ronnie, he's the original singer of that band. Yeah. And so yeah, like I filled in for those guys, and I did a couple other things, and then there's just the whole Falling in Reverse portion of it, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want me to just jump right into that, or if you have any questions, or.
No, this is awesome. I love the story. No, go right into Falling in Reverse. That'd be great.
So the falling in reverse thing, I can't help but laugh, dude, because like, you know, like in movies, how like someone's like, so how was your night last night? And then he goes, and then like it shows how the night went last night, and like there's like all, it's just like fucking, and then like it cuts back to the guy, and he's like, it was fine. You know, like doesn't want to say shit. Like that's kind of how I feel, because it's like, so how'd you get into falling in reverse? And I'm like, and I think about all the shit that got me to where I'm at right now, and it's like, let's cut this fucking interview because there's a lot to say. But no, I mean, to not make it as long-winded. So Ronnie's from Vegas. This is where he's originally from.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm big on coincidences, you know, and coincidentally enough, like I don't know how much you guys know, and I mean, obviously Ronnie, my singer, he was incarcerated for a while, and blah 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 blah. That's part of his story, and that's what makes it so fucking triumphant and so fucking cool that, you know, he's the fucking king of the fucking jungle now, because he, you know, and I've told him this. I'm kind of like dodging all over the place, but it's like, think about this for a second. Think about how many bands try to make it.
A lot.
You know, think about how many fucking bands there are on this earth in the history of the, like, there was bands in the 90s, bands in the 80s, bands in the 70s, bands in the early, like there have been so many fucking bands that have tried to make it. Right?
Yeah.
One of my favorite bands is Motley Crue. And the impact that they have left on me, I'll forever be indebted to those motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Like it, like. But what if Motley Crue never made it?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
The butterfly effect and shit, man.
And there's bands out there where maybe there's probably a band that I've never heard of that could have left a bigger impression on me than Motley Crue ever could have. But now, unfortunately, the singer works at fucking, you know, Kinko's or fucking Office Depot or some shit, and that's just the fucking way it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And I think about that, and I've had this conversation with Ronnie, and one of the coolest things is you, Ronnie, you have opened the door twice to which many never find the key. This motherfucker started Escape the Fate, got it signed, toured. The first album, you know, that he wrote has become like a cult classic in the scene. He got chapped up with the law on some bullshit, and you know, everyone loved to, I guess, not really kick him when he's down, but like, you know, kick him when he's down. And the dude gets out of fucking prison and is like, I'm gonna do this shit again. And he did it again, and it's fucking you know what I mean? Like it's such a fucking jarring story. It really is. Like it's like motherfuckers can't even do it once. Motherfuckers were trying to get on side stage at Warped Tour. Just, you know what I mean? Like, and this dude is fucking playing arenas, selling out 2 nights in a fucking row. Like it's so cool. You know, it's cool to see from my perspective, but it's cool to also see from like people who are in my life, like, bro, that's so fucking cool that, like, you know, like where you guys are at and blah 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 blah. But anyway, how did I get in the band? So I just had to put that out there because I'm so fucking proud of him. It's so cool to see where he's at and like the odds he's overcame, and like his circle is a very tight circle for, I mean, obvious reasons, but it's once you're in that circle, it's a very cool place to be, you know?
Sure.
So anyway, I digress. We'll move into it. So he had moved, I've known who he was, obviously, but he kind of knew who I was. Like, you know, like we would like have like banter on Instagram and shit back and forth, and like, you know, and I would go to Falling shows before I was in the band because I was buddies with like one of the guitar players or like the old bass player, and like I would just like hang out and shit. But one day it's literally as simple as, well, first of all, before I say it's as simple as, what I want to say is when you're when you're like a musician, right? And you're like, man, like, you know, if I just go to this show or like this record company, if I just show you blah 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 blah, and it's never how you think it's gonna be.
Mhm.
It's never gonna, you know, in your head, you're like, I'm gonna start this band, and this is what it's called, and these are what the songs sound like, and I'm gonna play this show, and then the whole crowd goes black, and then just a light shines over the A&R rep, and he's gonna go, "You guys are it." That's never how it fucking works. You know what I mean?
Sure.
He literally was just like, he DM'd me, goes, "Hey, bro, I just moved back to Vegas," and I'm like, "Oh shit, fuck yeah, dude." And he goes, "Dude, come over. Here's the address," and we went out one night, and if you live in Vegas or if you've ever been to Vegas, there's a place called Roberto's. It's like a staple here. It's a Mexican restaurant, and we bonded over breakfast burritos that night, and we literally have been inseparable ever since.
That's great.
We just instantly started doing karate in the fucking garage. You know what I mean? Like he moved back to Vegas, and we were inseparable.
Quick question. Is this karate, taekwondo, or jujitsu? I need to know specifically.
Karate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And we were chopping shit up with our fucking Randy Jackson signatured samurai sword. But yeah, like we were just inseparable ever since. And at that time, all the slots were taken, obviously. Like the band's a band. You know what I mean? Sure. But we were just buddies. Like you know what I mean? Like we were literally thick as thieves, dude. Like, instantly, like would just hang out all hours of the day. Wouldn't even have to say a fucking word to each other. Just have a blast. You know, like just that kind of friendship instantly. And like I'm sure, and this is, I don't know if rhetorical is the right way to say that or phrase it, but like when you know, like have you ever met someone you're like, wow, this guy fucking sucks. And like you just don't trust him. Or if you meet people and you're like, this guy is my fucking dude. You know what I mean? And you just know. We just knew. You know, we just knew. He lived in Vegas, and he had a fucking the house was sick as fuck. He had a really badass house. And then one day he was just like, "Hey man, I'm moving back to LA." And I was like, "Oh, Danny," it kind of felt like, you know, summer camp was over, you know. And he's like, "Dude, you should move to LA." And I was like, well, at that time I was kind of going through my own shit. And that thought again, like when I was going to do that photo shoot, I was like, nah, I don't have the money to do a down payment. And what am I going to do with my car? And I started doing that shit. And I was like, just do it. Do it and figure it out. Mm-hmm. Just go out there and figure it out, you know? And sure. I moved out to LA. We moved in together. And we had a blast. We had a lot of fun living together. And I ended up playing bass for another band temporarily. It was kind of like a fill-in position, I guess you could call it. And that band ended up opening up for Falling Universe. Once again, it was a European tour. So I went out to Europe opening up for Falling.
Okay.
And every night, so the guitar player, his name's Christian, and Ronnie, they would watch our side stage every night. And you know, there was like, and I always saw them like chatting and shit and blah 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 blah. I was like, damn, dude, like this is fucking cool. You know what I mean? Like this, like I could be working at fucking, I could be anything else. You know, I could have a 9-to-5. I could be working construction right now, but I'm playing in front of Falling Universe's crowd in Europe. Like that, it's not a lot of people get to say that. There's only like a handful of people that can say that, you know?
Sure. Yeah.
The tour was over. We go back home to LA. And then I guess what they were talking about was my vocals. And they were like, bro, like, and then so like one day I come home and when Ronnie and I were living together, and Ronnie's like, hey man, he's like, I want you to be in Falling Universe. He's like, I think you'd be a great asset, you know, like your vocals, like I think we could do something really cool. Because at that time, also let me add that Ronnie is Betty. my fiance just got home, so my dog's being protective. Like he has one eye and he's blind in it, so he's kind of like skittish. He's my baby. Fetty, come here. Where was I? Oh, so anyway, so let me start by saying, like, Ronnie, he's like, that dude's literally a fucking one-man band. You know what I mean? He's a fucking visionary. I can't say enough good things about him. You know what I mean? As a friend, but artistically, like the fucking guy, like, he sees something and he just fucking drives it home, you know? And I think at that time he was trying to rebrand the band as like a force, you know, like it's been him. It'll always be him. And it was him. But I think he was looking for like the fucking Power Rangers. You know what I mean? Like he wanted like this dude, this dude, this dude. Like everyone's just fucking bulletproof across the board. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so I think with like he wanted a lot of like layered harmonies and like all this cool stuff live that I guess he couldn't, like, he's only one guy, you know? So sure. I think he was looking for someone, and I guess it's just right place, right time, and I guess it was me. So it literally, I parked my car, I walked in the house, it wasn't even a hello, he was like, hey man, I want you to be in Following in Reverse. And I was like, yeah, you know what I mean? So yeah, yes, YES, sign me the fuck up, yes. And within like 2 weeks, we were fucking one of the headlining bands on Warped Tour. So we just ran right into fucking Warped Tour playing main stage. And I think when I die, when your life flashes before your eyes, you know, I think that summer might get a couple extra seconds. You know what I mean? Like it was one of the funnest fucking summers of my life. You know? But yeah, so that's just kind of how it started, man. That's really it. It's not this like hazing or this, you know, I got to talk to this big wig and I got to write this big email. It's for anyone who's out there who's watching this or listening to this, and you want to be in a band one day, 50% is the hang. You gotta know your fucking place. Mm-hmm. You gotta know when to speak, when to keep quiet. You know, like there's an etiquette to this shit, and if you're a good fucking hang, and you'll have a career. You know, you gotta, like, depending on what genre or whatever, like, you know, obviously look the part. You know, or not look the part. You know what I mean? Like. Fucking Westbourne and Limp Bizkit, it works. That doesn't work, but it works, you know? Like, so it's really either look the part or don't look the part. Be good at what you do. Say what you're going to do. And, yeah, the hang has to be fucking right, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a great story.
I want to say real quick before we get too far off from it, it's funny that the vocals are what sold them on putting you in, because my favorite part of any of the Falling shows that I've been at with you are the parts where Ronnie fucking gives you the look, like, and everybody's focused on you, and you rip the harsh vocals because it's fucking heavy.
Yeah. The harsh stuff's fun, dude.
Yeah, it's the sick part for sure. It's the coolest.
I think it kind of started out as like, because Ronnie, he's a motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like he's frontman. He's second to none. He's one of the hardest working people. I said this a while ago. He's one of the hardest working people on stage, in the studio, and on Twitter. We don't got to talk about that right now. But yeah, like, you know, obviously, like there's no questions being asked as to what he does or how well he does it. And I think he just needed another guy to match the integrity of the show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think it started out with like, you know, because he raps so much, and it's, you know, and he needs those big old gulps, you know, but he still needs there's words to be said there. So he just needed a guy who could do it, you know. And I'm not gonna, you know, pat myself on the back, but I just think I was that guy, and I was the guy that was there and had the look and had the hang and had the talent to do what he was asking for, you know. And but I mean it's not for everyone though. Like I probably couldn't be in another band. There's probably something that like another band would require that I'm good at. But when I do it, you know, like me singing on top of this music would probably sound like a fucking car horn. You know what I mean? Like it just it just worked. It was right place, right time, right vibe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another thing is like if you're gonna be in a band, you should have that like the same sense of humor. You know what I mean? Because we love to fucking laugh. We love to talk shit, and like it's like we all just have like the same sense of humor. It makes things so much fun, you know?
Yeah, that's super important.
Because I couldn't imagine being in some of these bands. I couldn't imagine like just seeing like their online presence, or like I've just been around certain bands and it just might be like a fart in church, you know? So it's just like it's just good to have like the same sense of humor.
Yeah,
sure.
But those are my tips if you want to be in a band.
That's awesome.
For sure, yeah.
Tyler,
What are,
Tyler, I have a question, Tyler. If sure, it's just listen to tell your story and everything, and I'm more or less just trying to summarize like everything you've been through and ask a question of like you have a very what I would call a unique mentality that a lot of people on this planet don't have, and that is just to like say yes to everything and figure it out. Is that something that was always instilled in you? Like, is that like just always how you've operated, or did you like have to like develop that over time? Because like,
I would say
a lot of people are really scared to just do the things they want to do because it's terrifying.
This is what I'll say. First and foremost, I'm very, very bad at taking my own advice. I have given a lot of people advice, and then like I've like walked away. Like I've given someone advice, and then like walked away like, damn, that was some like Confucius shit. Like that's you know what I mean? Like that was some like Denzel Washington end of the story movie monologue shit. Like god damn, dude. I give great advice. I rarely take my own advice. I have to talk myself into stuff sometimes, you know, like that internal monologue of should I you know, I feel like everyone has that, but I think there's a point where there's just a point where you just gotta just fucking do it. Like there's just a point where you gotta fucking do it. As far as being born that way, I don't think I was born that way. I think there's a lot that has gone on in my life that's probably either too long-winded or too sensitive for this conversation right now. And I feel like when you have to grow up quick, I feel like you kind of get it's either like a fight or flight kind of mode, and I feel like I've been put into situations that I would never put myself in, that I've kind of been backed into a corner into, and I'm a naturally anxious person, so I'm like a fucking teapot, you know what I mean? Like I get like anxious and like should I and then like there's just a point where I'm like fuck this, and I just do it, and I do it, and I stick to it, and that's it, you know? So but for people that are out there, like if you're naturally anxious about like, because like sometimes my fiance will send me to the fucking store and she's like, oh okay, like for this we need cheese. I go there and there's an artisanal cheese section. There's hard cheese, soft cheese. There's Colby, Gouda, fucking Beehive, blah, 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 some shit I can't even pronounce. And then you got the shredded mozzarella. You got Velveeta, like, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, I just start losing my fucking lid and I got to call her. Like, so I'm just a naturally anxious person, but I feel like if you know what you want to do with your, like, there was never a second option. You know what I mean? As soon as I put my hands on a fucking guitar, that was it. And the first tattoo I got was on my fucking neck at 15 years old. You know, like there's no, I never invested too much time into plan B, because that means you're not serious about plan A. That's just how I look at it. You know what I mean? I don't even know if that answers your question.
No, it definitely does, man. And I appreciate you, expounding upon that. It just sounds like, you may, as you put it, naturally somewhat anxious, but you still have that thing in you, whatever that thing is, to just like say, I'm just going to go for it, because like you said, there is no plan B. And that just, is awesome to hear for anybody who's aspiring to be anything in life,
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've seen lately, there's been like a lot of like Instagram, you know how like if you like one inspirational Instagram post, then all of a sudden your whole feed's just in like inspirational posts, and it's like, all right, motherfucker, I get it. Like you were in your feels like an hour ago, now you're just not in your feels anymore. Like, shut up. Dude.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just like, the six, like one that I saw that I was like, damn, is like 6 months are gonna come and go, whether you like it or not. So it's like in those 6 months, are you going to be where you're at now, or are you going to be at where you wanted to be? What you do with the time is just realistically up to you. I could have said no to moving to
my fucking life. Good God.
What's that?
That's the wisest shit I've ever heard in my life.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, dude, I could have said no to moving to Vegas. I could have said no to joining Falling Universe. I could have said no to taking the job at that factory, which paid for my fucking tattoos. I could have said no to a lot of shit, but I said yes, and I figured it out. I have worked many a job. I've been a bar back. I was a bartender at a fucking haunted house. Like, I did a lot of shit, dude.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But I couldn't imagine being there now.
Yeah.
You just fucking figure it out.
Yeah. No, thanks for a very awesome response. I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Yeah, dude. Of course.
Before we get into a few other questions, because I have a million. I know Xander has some. AJ probably has none. No, I'm joking. I know AJ has some shit, but I do have some rapid fire questions. I definitely want to get to before the end. So, and I'll be with all three of you guys, because it doesn't matter what I think. But you guys would be pretty cool. Tyler, who are some of your favorite bands that you've toured with, or any bands that you've been out with? You're like, oh my God, I grew up listening to you guys, and you were just super impressed and very excited to go out with.
Well, I want to start off by saying that touring with Avenged Sevenfold was unlike anything I've experienced before. It was at a caliber. It was just like, when you think about like, oh, like rock stars and like, what's it like? You know how you see like there's like interpretations online where it's like the long haired like roadie with like the all access pass and like the buses, and they were just it was just so professional and so clean, and everyone was prompt. The guys in Avenged, they were so nice, and it's like you guys have earned it, man. Like, you don't gotta fucking, like, you know what I mean? And like they took the time out of their day. Like, we were playing pickleball. You know what I mean? Like it was.
Love pickleball.
But it was just like I don't know. And it's just like I do this thing every day on tour where I sit in the nosebleeds. Like if I'm the stage, I go to the very, very back and walk all the way up to the nosebleed. And I sit there and I think about, man, like, I used to see Motley Crue in rooms this big. And now people are coming here not to see Tyler per se, but they're coming to see, like, I'm playing the bass lines to the songs that they're listening to on the way up to the fucking venue.
Yeah.
Because I remember I used to be like, shout it up. You just fucking losing my mind, like in the back seat, driving up to Cleveland to go see Motley Crue. Like, I'm playing those rooms now. But to get back to your story, Papa Roach, I have to say, hands down, are the coolest, funnest hang, the best touring experience, the best conversations, they're just the fucking coolest, dude. They are the absolute fucking coolest dudes. I'm telling you, man. All like their fucking drum techs, their guitar techs, the fucking monitor dude, the tour manager, the band, the merch guy. It's just so much fucking fun to be around them. You know what I mean? It's like I don't know like I used to have jobs where, you know, like when you're at a job and you have like your work buddy, and like when your work buddy isn't on your schedule, you're like, oh man, and then like 2 days later, your work buddy, you're like, oh dude, like your work buddy's on your schedule again, and you get to work shit together. That's what it's like fucking touring with Papa Roach, dude.
That's cool.
Yeah, Papa Roach is fucking awesome. Avenged was awesome. We played a festival with Slipknot, and that was to see something so up close because we got to watch side stage. It was just so fucking visceral, and just like everywhere you looked, there was something going on. Like this motherfucker's hanging off of something. Like I'm a pretty tall guy, dude, but fucking Mick and Jim, I had to like look up, like, and it's scary. I wasn't physically scared like a 5-year-old, but it's scary. Like the word I think of is juggernaut. It's like when you watch it on YouTube, you see these like saws and blades and shiny metal and grating and sparks and fire and tracks and grates and spit and blood and fucking just paint and just bats and dented broken shit and it's just like when you're there, it's kind of like your safety, like you're a little concerned, you know, you're okay, you know what I mean, but you're just like it was an experience for sure. That was fucking cool. One of my all-time favorite bands, Pantera.
Hell yeah.
Dime, you know, sorry I couldn't get to see you guys, but we played a festival with Pantera, and I cried. First song off the rip, they just fucking jumped into a new level, and I was in tears. That was an out of body experience. I got to meet Phil. That was fucking sick. I mean, shit, dude. I've toured with so many bands, but those are the ones that like come to mind.
So, any of those guys did you fanboy out over, like Phil or anyone like that?
I didn't. There's a certain respect that you have to keep, you know, like I wasn't like, you know, I wasn't like, because I've also been in the position where like people come up to me and they're like, "Wah!" and like they're like losing their fucking mind, and like for a minute I snap back and I'm like, dude, like if I met Nikki Sixx or something, which I mean I've met him multiple times, but like if I was like, if I went to a Motley Crue concert and then bumped into Nikki Sixx, you know, at like 15 years old, I would be like, I'd probably fucking lose my mind too. Not comparing myself to him or saying that like I'm someone's Nikki Sixx, but and then I also go, that's really like I'm like, this is my dream to tour, but like I'm in their dream right now. You know what I mean? It's
sure.
like this is a core memory. They're gonna be like, dude, I fucking met woo woo woo. You know, like they're gonna tell someone that story when they're 30. You know,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it's like, but then I also go, if I met Nikki Sixx now, I would want him to look at me a certain way. And it's like now, you have to separate church and state. You got to be a fan, but you also got to be a colleague. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's like, so for when I met Phil, and it's like, bro, I've watched the home videos. I know every single record, every single song, the years they came out. What do you want to know? I know they're like, you know what I mean? Like when I love a band, I love a fucking band. And I get so fucking like obsessive, you know? But like when I met him, it was just, it was more of like dude, I respect you so much in what you and the dudes in Pantera did for like the world, you know what I mean? So it was fanboy inside, yeah. On the outside, no.
Sure.
I've literally been there with Tyler fanboying over shit, and the way that it goes is like you are the coolest guy while it's happening, but then like right after we met Kiss or whatever, which was like the craziest thing, we go out to watch them, and we like we weren't even going to stay for the show, and we just decided to for whatever reason. And as it was happening, and as they were coming down on their platforms, I remember like looking at Tyler, and we both were like, "What the fuck? Like, why would we ever not want to do this?" It was so fun.
The bass player and the drummer of Rob Zombie are friends of mine, and they were playing right after we played. So like we were getting off the stage, and then there's just like a courtyard where like people will do interviews or like photos and like all that kind of shit. Like promoting records. Like I'm sure you've seen it on YouTube where like people are like just in lawn chairs and they're like talking with like Matt Pinfield or like people from like Octane or MTV. Like and there's just like this whole like meeting spot, and like I saw my friends, and I saw the drummer. His name's
Gingerfish.
Of Rob Zombie, and I was like, "What's up, dude?" And like, we were just like broing down for a second, and like they were getting out of a shuttle van. I'm sure they were just coming from like either a green room or a hotel or something. Like, out came Piggy D, out came Riggs, out came fucking Rob, like the whole fucking entourage. And I'm just like, dude, House of a Thousand Corpses, Devil's Rejects, fucking The Sinister Urge, fucking Hellbilly Deluxe, like like, and it's just like. You guys don't know what you fucking have done for my life, dude. Like, what I mean?
We literally made it a point to stand outside of the green room to watch Rob Zombie walk onto the stage. We were like, "You want to go out here and watch this?"
But my thing too is it's not facetious. You know what I mean? Like I'm a fan of what I'm a fan of. Like if I don't know, the singer of some band that has a song on the radio walked by, I wouldn't be like, dude, that's fucking Bobby Milkshakes. Let's like, I love horror movies. Fact. I love rock and roll. Fact. These people have impacted my life to a fucking, like, you know what I mean? Like, fact.
Like they shaped you.
Yeah. So it's like I love what I love, and when these people cross into my world, it like fucking sure it shakes you, but you got to keep it cool. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't want to be like later, like, man, that dude was, I think that was a turd, man. Like, what like?
Everybody wonders the shit about like me and Sid and stuff. They're like, why didn't you have him sign this, and this? And I'm like, the motherfucker stayed at my house. Like, what are you talking about right now?
Yeah. So there's an etiquette to stuff for sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's all love, dude. I love that shit, And then like AJ and I just went out front and just like watched, the whole Rob Zombie set, and it was just so fucking good. It
was really fun for me to pretend to be in Falling in Reverse to the people that didn't know exactly what was going on.
Yeah.
It was so fucking funny. Anyway, that's
cool. Xander, I'm hogging up all the questions. Did you have anything you want to ask, or?
No. I'm actually like intently listening and learning, and so like I just appreciate all the insight and in-depth detail and everything, and it's just I'm enjoying that for sure. So.
Oh yeah, man. Where are you currently? Where is everyone currently at again? So you're in Chillicothe, you are in Philadelphia, and you are.
I'm in Simsbury, Connecticut. So I'm just north of Hartford.
North of Hartford.
Yeah.
Okay. You ever been to Toad's place?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
Last time I was there, I saw Seven Dust, and one of my favorite bands. Love them.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah. Their singer came out to our Kansas City show on the last run. Very nice.
He's such a sweetheart. Have you met Seven Dust before? Or besides Lejean?
I don't think so. No.
They are the nicest people I've ever met. They're sweethearts. It's hard or it's weird to say about guys, but everyone in the band they're sweethearts. I've met them several times, and just really, really good people.
Yeah, man. It's just like there's a lot of fucking turds, but like that there's those people where like you know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
People, I love people that have good character. It's like I don't want anything from you guys, you know, like, but like I one thing I learned on Warped Tour is that you treat everyone the same because you don't know who's who. You know what I mean? And like, you don't want a cool guy this guy or cool guy that guy, you know. And even if you did know who they are, it shouldn't fucking matter, you know. And people who are just really, really cool and have good character, and like, it doesn't matter what you're into or what someone can do for you. If you treat them all the fucking same, it really shows, you know.
Yeah,
for sure.
Agreed.
Yeah.
What besides metal and rock, what other genres do you listen to, and what would people be surprised that you like?
Ooh, good question. What do you know what? I listen to a lot of film scores.
Okay.
Listen to a lot of scores. Lately, I've been listening to a lot of, which, I mean, this isn't really a fucking surprise, but I've been listening to like Creepshow 2, the sound, you know, like intro and like Tales from the Dark Side, and like all that kind of shit. But if I'm being completely honest, if I'm not, because I know I'm not the only one, and if people don't admit this, they're a fucking liar. I feel like as soon as a song comes out, someone is like, "Oh man, like that mix is ass," or "Oh, who produced this?" Like everyone's quick to like when you're in it, you can't just listen to it. I can't just listen to a song anymore. It's hard to just listen to a band anymore. Like when I was a kid, I pick up a record, I'm like, oh, whoa, like this looks cool. And you listen to it and you listen to the lyrics. And like, I couldn't imagine now being like, Mick Mars's tone was ass on that record. What were they thinking adding those fucking reverb on Tommy's fucking drums? That's fucking whack. And it's just like, no, I just listened to fucking Dr. Feelgood and that's it. You know what I mean? Like I just listen. But now it's very hard to be like, I listen to something and it's very it's just hard to listen to. So I don't really listen to too much like new up and coming music. I listen to like the same 5 fucking records, and then
I'm guilty of that shit.
Yeah, I listen.
Literally.
Yeah, I listen to like a lot of film scores. I listen to like some classical stuff, but I like when I listen to like a Beethoven or a Mozart, like I listen to a lot of Mozart, but I listen to like the shit that sounds like depressing and sad. You find shit where like notes rub a certain way and it pulls at your heartstrings, and like you can like write a whole song off of that. You know? Just like it's like when those 2 notes rubbed, it like captured a vibe.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And you want to capture that like lightning in a bottle, you know? But as far as I listen to a lot of like my fiance and I take a lot of road trips, and we listen to a lot of podcasts. And lately we've been listening to this thing called the Viral Podcast. It's I think her name's like, what is it? Trailer Trash Tammy. You know who she is on no. Only one? Okay. Well, her real name's Chelsea Lynn, and it's her podcast, and it's fucking hilarious. We listen to a lot of like true crime. So like there's one called Sword and Scale. What's the other one? Crime Junkies. What's the other one? And there's another one.
Tell Mom I said hi. I can hear her back there.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, I miss you.
Miss you more.
She just got. But yeah. So yeah, we listen to podcasts. I listen to some film scores that like sound sad, and for the most part, I just listen to the same 5 records over and over again.
And what are those 5 records that you listen to over and over again?
Metallica's Black Album.
Okay.
Pantera's Far Beyond Driven.
Oh yeah.
I listen to that one probably the most. Motley Crue, Shout the Devil. Motley Crue's Dr. Feelgood. And then the fifth one is kind of ever evolving, but I'm trying to give modern music a chance. And I think an album that I really like, and no, I'm not going to say, you know what? I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it because I know there's like a lot of controversy over this band right now. So I'm just going to, I wonder what people think it is.
It's either
The Backstreet Boys.
Slaughter.
Wait,
Sleep Token or Slaughter.
who?
It's either Sleep Token or Slaughter.
It is one of those bands, actually.
Yeah, it's fucking Sleep Token. You're too close with Slaughter for it to be Slaughter, I think, right?
Wow, you got a juicy ass brain, my friend.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But I like the new Sleep Token record because it's like I said, like when I listen to like a lot of film scores and shit, I've been listening to I'm not focusing on like a song. I'm focusing on like they do it for the art. They're trying to evoke an emotion. You know, like they write a song for the happy person who hasn't experienced heartbreak. They write a song for the person whose heart is broken and doesn't know how to fucking seek happiness. Like, and they don't come out and say that. It's just like it's a feeling. Like you listen to the song and you can tell like this guy is fucking hurting for certain, and he does not know how to fucking get out of it. Like, and you can hear it. You can just hear it in how he says things and the way like they write it for the art. They don't write it for like a hit, you know? So like,
right.
It's always, I listen to music for a lot of reasons, you know? For songwriting structures, why is this song so fucking big? And, you know, like, how could I do something like that? Or, oh, that's very tongue in cheek how they talked about, you know, like the double entendres where like they say like they're talking about drugs, but like really he's talking about falling in love with a girl. Like she's like a, you know, not that cheesy, but like just look it up, double entendres. You know, the way like when I listen to Pantera, it just fucking makes me just want to, you know, like there's just that fucking thing, and everyone agrees. Like if you listen to like their fucking fan base, dude, like everyone fucking knows what you're talking about. Like, dude, track Far Beyond Driven, fucking crank that bitch up, dude. Becoming, listen to that motherfucker, dude. You're going 90 and a 35, dude. You know what I mean? like there's just, I'm a big emotion guy. I listen to a lot of songs based off of emotion. In my partying days, you know, as soon as you fucking throw Dr. Feelgood on, dude, you don't even hear the drums yet. All you hear is the fucking bass slide. Woo, dun, 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 dun. Dude, the bass slide ain't even over, and I'm already fucking throwing beers. You know what I mean? Like, so like just a lot of like emotion. I listen to a lot of emotionally driven stuff, whether it's good or bad. But to get back on Sleep Token, I know there's a lot going on with them right now, but I found out about them. I think they already had like one record and no one really knew who they were. I don't even know what it's called. It's the blue album cover, but I listened and like there's like 2 or 3 songs in there that I was like, oh, these guys are cool. And then when we were on tour, they like just released a new record and everyone like no one would shut the fuck up about it. And I was like, you know, there's gonna be like 2 or 3 good songs and like I listen to it and like there's just some records where it's like cover to cover. It's just like, damn, this is like a good record. And I think it's a great record. So I've been listening to that one a lot.
I got super into that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're phenomenal. I don't listen to it regularly, but there's no denying the fact that like they're just they are phenomenal at what they do. It's really good music.
Cool.
Yeah, it's just, but like, do you agree about like the, you know, it's not like got chorus and
the way that I noticed it was because the Summoning came out and it was huge and everybody was freaking out. So when I listened to it, I was like, this is 6 songs in one song. It literally changes genres like 4 times throughout the fucking thing. Like you start out, you know, whatever, then there's some fucking heavy parts, then there's just an ambient pause, and then you have a fucking Arctic Monkey song at the end. It's like there's a lot of shit going on in one song.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, there's a couple songs on the ass end of that record where I'm just like, excuse me, like, this is beautiful, dude. Like, you know what I mean? And this is one of those things where like I'll probably never meet this guy or like, you know, but like there's just some songs where it's just like, God damn, dude. Like you like this, like you don't write this kind of shit. You don't like one does not simply just write a song like this, you know?
Me and Corey's cover to cover emotional record right now is still Fallout Boy. Folia Do. Is that how you say it?
I don't know how you say it.
Well, it's fucking good, and every song on that's good,
Hey.
and it's all makes me sad and happy.
What's the album cover to that one?
It's the dude in a bear suit piggybacking a fucking bear. It's like some anime looking art.
It's red.
Yeah.
I think I've seen that album cover.
We're fucking obsessed with it.
Songs are on it.
I Don't Care. It's like the big hit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That kind of looks. It doesn't Kanye West kind of have an album cover like that too?
Yeah, Graduation Day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Lil Wayne has a feature on this record, by the way. It's fucking sick.
Oh, okay.
It's so good. It's so fucking good.
Oh, you know what? Back to answer your question about like stuff that people would be surprised on. I mean, it probably doesn't come to a surprise, but like there's a couple records that I have like in my bank of like nostalgia records, you know, and I already know how you fucking feel about Ghost and what they were and what they've become and blah 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 blah. But I think it's Prequel. That's the fucking like the 1600s like Rat King looking brown one, right? Yeah. Like Dan Bob and all that shit. I think that record was a right place, right time thing. It's like the soundtrack to a memory for me. Fucking love that. For a second, I really got into Suicide Boys. I feel like everyone kind of does like one of those for a second. And there was a rapper named Belly. I think he's still around, but his name is Belly, and there was a record called In Zombia.
Okay. So
check out In Zombia from Belly, and then everyone's heard Prequel from Ghost, and then everyone knows who Suicide Boys is. But yeah, I think those would be some like left of center records that you probably wouldn't expect that I listen to.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man.
Tyler, what Xander, you go ahead, bro.
Yeah, Tyler, what if you're an avid horror movie fan, as we all are here? This is a hard question, but if you can't give one, what's your top three? What's your favorite horror movie? And if you can't narrow down, what's your top three favorite horror movies?
I know his favorite, I think.
You better fucking get it right.
If it counts as a true horror movie, I think that I know.
I know what it is, yes.
Yeah. The Lost Boys.
That's what I was gonna say. The Lost Boys is kind of a giveaway.
Yeah. Because my whole fucking rig
yeah.
Yeah.
They're like sick as fuck.
Yeah, never. I just knew it, but yeah, his tattoos are right there.
So, as far as the Lost Boys go, I have an original 27 by 41 sheet, or 27 by 41. I'd have to fucking remeasure it, but got the original one sheet. I have a handful of VHSs. I have Laserdisc. I have Betamax. I have DVD. I have Blu-ray, and then I am currently getting a 4K of it. I have, as far as the soundtrack goes, I have the vinyl. I have the CD. I have the cassette. I also have oh man, what is it? I got a bunch of fucking shit from the Lost Boys. I'm done. I fucking love the Lost Boys.
Okay, so that I'm gonna go on a limb and say that's your favorite, right?
That is my favorite.
Yeah, right on.
Did you see that Sean Clark just got all that stage used or screen used outfits and shit from it?
Oh, dude, it's a goddamn shame what the fucking ways.
Dude, it's unbelievable.
That poor bet. Yeah, dude, I mean, it's sick that he has all that shit.
It just sucks he's getting fucked over.
It sucks he's getting fucked over, but I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, I get it, because like as a fucking completist, as like you need the fucking, you know, I could only imagine how that feels, you know,
Yeah.
But it's like, bro, like you have the fucking jackets, dude.
Yeah. No one's ever gonna question it.
No one's ever gonna question it. Hopefully I mean, if that was me, I wouldn't even consider selling them. You know, I'd fucking be buried with those motherfuckers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With the dirt. You know, fuck all you guys, you know, but yeah, that fucking sucks, dude.
Yeah.
Did you saw his whole explanation, right? They're like, because you guys know too, right?
Yeah, I love Sean Clark stuff. Like,
Yeah, so with the fucking COA,
yeah,
right? He's like, hey, yeah, like they only gave me one COA for 4 jackets. So I was like, hey, can I actually get 4 COAs, 1 for each jacket? And they're like, yeah, but like you got to destroy that one and give us proof that you destroyed that one, and then we'll send you like he's gonna like replicate the jackets and then try to pawn those off as the originals or something. I'm like, it's like everyone knows who he fucking is and what he stands for in the community, and like, you know what I mean? Like there's integrity.
Yeah.
Like,
He's not just like Joe Blow down the street. He's like the dude for collecting.
Like he's not gonna like be on fucking Poshmark like, hey.
Yeah.
The dude, and I could be remembering this wrong, but he fucking, I guess he said his evidence was that he was gonna put the COA in a fucking paper shredder and film it. And then but he shredded it, but the footage didn't fucking take on his phone. So they're like, yeah. And so I guess what he's saying is that like the COA people are not really implying, but they're like, maybe they've dealt with this before, you know, they just have like a standard like no kind of policy, or like maybe they think he's pulling a fast one. But I mean, those are the real ones. Everyone knows those are the real ones. Even the fucking dudes from the Lost Boys knows that those are the real ones. He's got the real jackets, man. But I hope one day he gets the COAs. That would make me very happy.
Yeah.
I think it'll happen. All right. Anyways, the other 2 favorite horror movies. Sorry to derail that one.
Like every single, we go off like left field every time. I would say Creepshow 2.
Ooh, nice.
I'm a sucker for anthologies, man. Anything anthology, for the exception of Creepshow 3, that is fucking ass.
Yeah. I don't even count that one, dude.
No. On the count of 3, tell me what Creepshow 3 really is, okay? 1, 2, 3. Tales.
Ass.
No. Tales from the Dark Side. The movie is the real Creepshow 3.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, okay.
Like that. Like if it was Creepshow 1, Creepshow 2, and then Tales from the Dark Side, the movie was Creepshow 3, then that would be like the Holy Trinity. Like that would be the, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say, shit. I don't know what my third one would be. Tales from the Dark Side?
Halloween 4, because it makes you think of me.
You know what's fucking funny, dude, is I was actually like when I was waiting for the podcast to start, I was watching Halloween 4 this whole time.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, speaking my language, man.
Yeah, as far as Halloween, okay, I don't even know if I have your opinion on this, AJ, and I want everyone to chime in. But what's everyone's thoughts on Halloween 3?
I like it.
I fucking love it, dude.
Yeah, I think it's a great film.
I think it's cool.
I fucking love it. It's like arguably my favorite.
I got a buddy of mine, and his, you know, everyone who shops at fucking Spencer's Gifts and shit, like, you know, they're, oh, Halloween, like, and I love Halloween. But like, I don't think they know that they made like 40 other Halloween movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's Michael Myers, like, but my buddy, he strictly fucking only, like, his favorites, and like will defend it to the grave, is like fucking Resurrection, H2O. Like,
Oh, no shit.
he loves the masks. He loves when they tried to fucking CGI the mask.
Yeah.
Fucking mask, and like he like yearns for that shit, dude. Like, yeah.
He just loves the late 90s cheese.
That's quirky.
Yeah.
I think my third one should never evolve. There's sometimes where like I'll just go down like a, Yeah, Candy Corn, that fucking movie. I just go down rabbit holes of like special effects, like practical effects.
Yeah.
You know, so like, I don't know, you fucking name it. I just love all of that. I feel like some people, they love like the modern and like the innovative and the CGI, and the people, you know, everyone loves the Universal monsters and they fucking go that route. But then there's just this small community, which I like, there's just one little car, and I feel like all of us are in that car. We just love the fucking like just the fucking corny, cheesy, like, you know, like ghoulies and like all that shit, just like
dude.
Campy
ugly
shit.
late 80s fucking like. Do you guys remember that show Monster? Or is it Monsters?
I don't.
Mm-mm.
I remember Monsters with Fred Savage, right? Like Little Monster, something like that.
Oh no, dude, are you guys fucking kidding me right now? No one's heard of
Yes,
No.
we are.
Has anyone heard of this movie or show?
Oh, I have something to watch tonight, apparently.
Can you look it up?
It's just called Monsters.
I think so.
Okay.
It was very in the vein of like Tales from the Crypt, where it's like each episode is its own thing, but it's like the theme song starts out. Is it Monsters? Mm-hmm. Look up Monsters. It's fuck, dude. It is. It's what you think it is. You can watch it on Tubi. You can watch it on Amazon.
Is it from 1988?
Yes, dude.
I don't remember this shit at all.
Wow, this is some like real in-depth niche stuff, man. I got something to watch tonight though.
Come on, look at that shit, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out tonight.
Oh my dude, and it's like the fucking like, look at this guy. What the hell? Yeah, dude, like even just like the intro segment, like it's like I'm not gonna explain it. You're like it gives you that feeling, you know what I mean? As soon as you fucking turn it on, and it's like the all-American family around a fucking TV, and they're like, shh, the show's coming on, but like they're all monsters. You know, like the big fucking monster dad with like his TV dinner. Dude, it's so it's
Hell yeah, dude.
But my third one is just a fucking it's just a spinning wheel of like,
Okay.
You know.
Awesome.
Right on, man. Yeah, thank you. I have something to watch tonight. Appreciate it.
Hell, dude, it's fucking sick.
I'll message you on Instagram tomorrow. I'll let you know what I think.
God, dude, right, dude. Yeah, it's
So,
cool.
Tyler, before we get into a rapid fire with the three of you, which will be a lot of fun,
Okay.
my question for you is: what is the Mount Rushmore of bassists for you? Your top four.
Ooh, good question.
Yeah, I want to answer that one.
Yeah.
My Mount
What
Rushmore
are you
of
supposed to on right now?
well, I'll say this.
Sure.
My Mount Rushmore of bass players won't be for it won't be for dudes that do the same thing. Like I like certain bass players for certain things.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Sure.
and I'm gonna die on this fucking hill, and I'll fucking fist fight anyone who tries to fucking change the way. Nikki Sixx is on there.
Hell yeah, dude.
Fucking Sixx is on there. That motherfucker single-handedly started a genre, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just for as a visionary and an entrepreneur, and anyone who can I'm kind of going off topic a little bit, but like he is so recognizable that he could be a Halloween outfit, like Slash. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Top hat, Les Paul for Halloween. You know who it is, right? Nikki Sixx, same thing. The fucking hair, the Thunderbird.
Bandana.
Smells good.
You know, in every album, he had a different look. Like Shout at the Devil, he was like the Mad Max. Theater of Pain, the stripes, the polka dots. Girls, Girls, Girls. He was like the fucking biker with the 5 o'clock shadow. You know, like just based off of what he did for me, And for, I mean, how many records have they sold? Like 40 million, and 40 million other fucking people. Nikki Sixx is on there.
What about Flea?
Flea?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm getting silly. Answer your question. I'm just fucking.
No, I would say Flea. He's like by the gift shop. You know what I mean? Like he's by the gift shop, like just like fucking just. You know what I mean? Like when you're trying to buy like fucking postcards and shit. But I would fucking Flea. I mean, he rips. There's a lot of people who fucking rip, but I would say Nikki Sixx is up there. I would say Rex Brown is up there.
Okay.
Just his fucking tone alone, dude. Call the fucking cops, dude. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I never realized how much I love the way you fucking say shit, but this has changed our friendship, dude.
Oh, dude, like, dude, there's fucking no end, like low end, my friend, and that motherfucker rips. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So Nikki Sixx, Rex Brown. I'm gonna have to say Jason Newsted. I'm gonna get flack for that. I know I'm gonna get flack for that. No, from the Cliff Burton diehards. And Cliff served his purpose, and Cliff is forever immortalized, and people worship him like a fucking god, rightfully.
Mm-hmm.
But everyone talks about Cliff, and everyone talks about James, and everyone talks about Lars, and everyone talks about Kirk and his wah pedal, and I just feel like fucking Jason. He is overqualified and underappreciated. No one fucking, like, my dad literally told me he saw them in like 1988.
Like Justice Tour?
In Akron, Ohio. It was the Monsters of Rock at the Rubber Bowl in Akron, Ohio. And my dad said he saw Metallica. And just picture this, dude. Just picture, my dad couldn't remember what song it was, but just picture it being like fucking Blackened or fucking Puppets or just something just fucking nasty, right? And my dad said he's just in the sun. It's like June or July. And he's just like catching a buzz. It's like fucking like 3 PM, you know? And he's just sitting there like just watching Metallica and fucking Jason just, and he said he looks over and he sees my dad just like fucking chilling, and he's like, "Fuck you!" and just tells my dad, my dad's not like moshing. I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm like, dude, that like, my dad wasn't giving Jason Newsted what he wanted.
Yeah.
He's like, "Fuck you, motherfucker!" You know, like it's so cool. You know what I mean? Backup singer, fucking, hype man. That motherfucker wore his own band shirts on fucking
every show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'd say those 3. And I don't know. I always got Flea. I don't know.
Let me do mine.
Geddy Lee. I'll give you a left.
Yeah, there you go.
He got me into bass. Rush is a secret. I don't know what's the fucking word. Where like, it's like a. I love Rush. I love Rush. Geddy Lee. I love his bass lines. He got me into bass. There's a lot of dudes, man. Fucking Billy Sheehan from Mr. Big and David Lee Roth. Rachel Bolan from Skid Row. You know, his tone and his riffs. Mike Starr from Alice in Chains. Mike Inez from Alice in Chains and Ozzy. There's a lot of dudes who are fucking out there, man. You know, and all you can do is just kind of strive to be a fucking weird version of that. But yeah, those are my 4: Geddy Lee, Nikki Sixx, Rex Brown, and Jason Newsted.
That's awesome. That's great. Are you
I
eating waffle crisps?
Yeah, I am.
Hell yeah.
Let me tell you mine.
Let me hear it.
Go
Because I
ahead.
fucking love bass. I love the bass. Okay. These aren't in order, by the way, but I'm fucking so excited to talk about this. Okay, Jason Newsted for sure. I'm pissed that you named all the cool shit that I was gonna say, like the fact that he wears his own band T-shirts at every fucking show. But seeing him do like take over vocals for the last half of whatever fucking song it's gonna be, instead of James singing, dude, he was so much more metal than those fucking guys. He was more Metallica than Metallica. That shit was sick, dude. He fucking looks cool. He looks cool with short hair. He looks like he's gonna beat the shit out of you. He looks cool with long hair and it's shaved on the side, and he's gonna beat the shit out of you.
Looks like he's from
Huh?
He looks like he's from Canton.
If I could be Jason Newsted, I would be Jason Newsted for sure.
Oh, go ahead.
No, you go.
I was just gonna say, have you ever seen the Year and a Half in the Life of Metallica, that documentary when they were recording the Black Album?
Yeah.
Motherfucker picked so fucking hard.
They had to put up the fucking wall.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
He's fucking metal. He's sick as fuck. I would say Les Claypool, because he's the first guy I ever heard play a bass like that.
You right.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, like, boom, 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 like that shit's fucking crazy, man. That's so sick. Jerry was a race car driver, is fucking heavy too. Like when that gets heavy, it's fucking heavy. Anyways, Buckethead, because I never cared that he played the bass until I saw him play the bass live, and I was like, holy shit, like that's cool. And it's all improvised. He's not doing a song. He's just got a backtrack going and he's just playing whatever he wants. And I think that shit's sick. But my favorite on the list, Shania Salt. She made White Zombie so fucking sick.
That was coming for sure, yeah.
Dude, she's everything about her, the way that she fucking played, the way that she looked, the way that she put those shitty gas station fucking like Frankenstein stickers and moon stickers on her guitar. Like, dude, if I could be Shania Salt, I would be fucking Shania Salt. She was cool as and White Zombie fucks, and no one will ever convince me that anything Rob Zombie does is cooler than White Zombie, and fucking White Zombie forever.
You're goddamn right. No, yeah, I agree with you on that.
Hell yeah.
Les Claypool, I agree with you on that. Yeah, I mean, there's too many, you know. I also want to give honorable mentions. I wouldn't even say honorable mentions. I think they're in like they're kind of like off to the side, but like even like Blasco, dude. Blasco, he like for what he's done for the community, for like, you know, now he's in like management and he's very hands-on. You know, he looks like he's a fucking Hell's Angel. Like he's gonna beat the living fucking shit out of you after his set. Like he looks like a fucking pirate. He plays his bass low. He was in fucking Ozzy. He was in fucking Rob Zombie. Like Piggy D. I love Piggy, dude. Like what he's done and with his time in Rob Zombie, like he's created this character and he's recreated the character over and over again. He's fun to fucking watch. His basses are always wacky. Like, you know, there's a lot of people, dude. But like when that question was asked, I went instinctual. I went with my gut, and I was thinking about like the first time I listened to music and like what made me want to. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Martini, also.
Fuck, dude.
From Mudvayne, hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a bad motherfucker too.
That's awesome.
What about
Xander,
you?
anything you want to chime in about bassist, bro?
Oh, dude, I'm surprised nobody said Michael Anthony. That's my first pick on the Mount Rushmore for Van Halen. He is Van Halen sound. I love Van Halen, so then I go Shania Salt, and then Ryan Martini, and then I don't know, Mike Starr from Alice in Chains.
Okay. What about you, Corey?
I don't even know.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I can name 4 bass players, honestly.
Tyler Burgess.
Yeah, Miller for all 4. Just his face 4 times.
With four different facial expressions.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
That's awesome.
Player for someone that doesn't fucking play the bass.
Tosin Abasi. He plays bass better on a guitar than most bass players play on a bass.
Who does?
Tosin Abasi?
Oh yeah.
Everybody's like, "Oh my god, the bass!" Like when I show them Animals as leaders, the fucking bass is crazy, and I'm like, "Well, that's just two guitarists."
Yeah, yeah, he's fucking nasty.
It is nasty. Are you guys ready for a little rapid fire questions? This is going to be some hard hitting, very controversial. It's not controversial at all. It's going to be fun. So I want to ask you some questions, guys, and just, off top of your head, throw out some answers. I'm going to start with, let me start with Xander on this one. Okay.
Send it.
So we'll go all three. So Wes Borland or Eddie Van Halen?
Wes Borland.
AJ.
Wes Borland all day, every day.
Tyler.
I'm an old soul, man. I gotta go Eddie Van Halen. I'm sorry. He created so much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But that's not okay. This is rapid fire.
Yeah. Oh, good.
This is on my desk, so it was hard to pick, but I tried to go rapid fire. So yeah.
Plus, I knew that AJ and Xander love Wes Borland, so that's why I threw that in. Tyler, first concert you ever went to?
38 Special at the
Hell yeah, dude.
Park County Fair.
That's awesome.
Ohio.
AJ?
I have no idea. I was going to concerts with my parents before I can remember, but I would assume it was probably the first one that I can remember. Megadeth was the headliner, and I remember they like snuck me into this weird little backstage area because we were with a band that was playing the side stage, and I fucking got a picture with Dave Mustaine and shit. It was fucking sick.
That's sick.
Xander?
And mine was Saliva, Kiss, Aerosmith.
What a fucking lineup.
What a fucking bill, dude. Yeah, dude. 2003.
Who abducted you and brought you to that show?
That'd be my old man.
Oh. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Xander, better intro song, The Blister Exists or Sick?
Oh, sick. I think would be. Oh, sorry. I'll shut up.
No, yeah, you should. Go ahead, AJ.
Sick. There's no contest. I love Blister Exist, but there's nothing that can touch Sick.
Tyler?
I'm gonna go with Sick for sure.
Can I say something?
No. Yeah, of course. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I would say Sick versus People Equal Shit is certainly a little harder, I think, for an intro song.
I'm still going Sick because of the lead in.
Yeah.
Wait, what was it? I need that again. I didn't.
Well, it goes a little like this.
Oh, okay. All right.
See, I would have picked The Blister Exists. That's my shit. All right.
Yeah.
Next song. Tyler, I'll start with you. What's your favorite meal?
Favorite meal?
Yeah.
Dude, I can't even answer that.
Pussy.
Yeah, dude. Hell yeah, dude.
Dude, next question. I don't know, dude. Anything that has avocado in it, sushi, fucking. I love avocado.
Cool.
An avocado in it.
Yeah.
AJ, what's yours? Waffle crisps?
Definitely waffle crisps. Absolutely. Yeah.
Xander?
Mine would be a Philly roll, which is a sushi roll, which is just ironic that it's my hometown.
Out of here, dude, with your
Yeah. It's just a strange coincidence, I swear, bro. Sorry, there's no Canton roll.
Yeah,
Bro,
I love the chili.
You're not telling me you go to a fucking sushi spot and go, "Can I get the Philly?" You're like,
actually,
like,
ma'am, I'll just take 3 of these, please.
Oh, go to a gas station with that fucking attitude, dude. It's like
What?
next salad sandwiches and shit.
Dude, I like what I like, man.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
All right. Tyler, who would you want to play you in a movie of your life?
Me.
AJ.
AJ. All right, AJ. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Tyler.
Ed, dude, I wear like a size 8 hat.
You ever seen the photo of me and Tyler together where we're hard styling and he's still 4 foot taller than me somehow? It's fucking crazy.
Who can put that on the screen?
If I can find it fast enough, I can put it on the screen just from my phone.
Do it. While you're looking for it, what about you, Xander?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Who would you want to play you in the movie of your life?
Denzel. He's a good actor, dude.
He is.
He's a good actor, bro. Yeah, I've seen that.
I can pull that off. I can pull that off for sure.
What about you, AJ? Who do you want to play you?
I'm gonna go the Eminem route and just do me.
There you go.
Awesome. Xander, who's your first celebrity crush?
Kendra from The Girls Next Door.
Okay.
Shania Twain.
Ooh, good call. I don't even know if I don't know what you would classify her as, but I remember the first time going like, whoa, what am I feeling? Was Edward Scissorhands, the neighbor who has and remember she fucking like closes the door, she like climbs on him, he's like, I gotta go. And I was like, I feel you, dude. I was like 5. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, bro.
Oh yeah, Shelby just pulled it up too.
Yeah.
Wait. That's such a. But anyway.
All right, Tyler, best concert you ever attended?
I can't answer that. Pantera, Slipknot. I like side stage. Pantera was religious. You know, like I was like in tears. Motley Crue every time I've seen them, actually, because I've seen them probably close to between 15 and 20 times, and I've cried every single fucking time as well. But yeah, Pantera, Motley Crue, and Slipknot, all for 3 different reasons.
Okay, AJ.
Buckethead was probably one of the coolest. Me and Corey went and saw Buckethead in 2016, and
cool.
Just fucking unbelievable. Like that dude's talents extend human fucking whatever. I loved Guar shows. Like for a long time, like Guar shows were my vacation. The once a year that they would come around, it was like, okay, the fucking Guar show. Lately, dude, the Cancer Christ shows are the funnest thing. Like I had more fun at the last Cancer Christ show, which granted I got to be involved, which is pretty cool. But I had more fun at that show than I've had at a Guar show in like 10 years. So, but I still think that Buckethead show is like next level.
Cool.
Awesome. Xander?
I would have to say the Van Halen 2004 reunion show with Sammy Hagar, just because of the notoriety and like how people describe it as being rather disastrous. I was just enamored. I was like, I graduated 6th grade the next day. So like, I just felt like a total badass. I was like, you know, you kids, like, I'm like walking across in the, you know, cafeteria on the stage. Like, I just saw Van Halen last night. What's up? I'm on to bigger and better things now. I'm going to 7th grade, dude.
That's great.
Yeah.
Brian, you're not answering any of these.
Because I'm asking the questions. No one cares what I think. So I wanted to give you guys next time. Maybe you guys can ask me. So it's all good. So
all right, right on.
All good. All right. So I'll start with Xander on this.
Yes.
Mastodon or Gojira?
Mastodon, because it's a weirder listening experience. Weirder for the better. It's like I've told you, it's like a jam band. It's like psychedelic rock. Mastodon or Gojira, I'd pick Mastodon. It's tough, but I just think Mastodon's like such a trippy like listening experience. It's like psychedelic modern metal rock. It's just interesting.
Mm-hmm. AJ?
I have no opinion on either band.
Okay. Tyler?
About him.
Oh man. Gojira. I just I feel like everyone who loves Gojira, it's like black coffee. You either fucking love it or you hate it. You know what I mean? And Gojira is just like the things they can do, like the sounds they can make. It's crazy. But I do love Mastodon. I'm gonna go with Mastodon.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Real quick for me, Pantera is one of my all-time favorite bands, just because how tight rhythmically they are. Right. Yeah. I think Gojira is the modern day version of Pantera in that regard. They are so tight. They're so good. But yeah, and I just love Mastodon. The reason why I wanted to really ask that is because Xander and I have been working on Mastodon songs or Gojira songs and stuff like that, and just to see him dive into some of this stuff a little more and to see his thoughts that's why.
Yeah, like I teach lessons on the side, and like that's kind of how Brian and I met. And like he's like, yeah, dude, like let's learn this Mastodon song. And then I'm like looking at the tabs or like listening to it. I'm like, like fuck, all right, like I got some work to do. This is not easy. So like just the quirkiness of it all is really interesting to dive into for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Tyler, Jedi or Sith?
I don't know what you're talking about, dude.
It's fucking Star Trek. Come on.
Dude. The power of Christ compels you.
I know that Samuel L. Jackson is the only guy with a purple one, a lightsaber, and safe. There's a green one, a red one. That's all I know, dude. I know Jar Jar Binks fucking loved Pepsi in 2000 because he's on fucking everything. Oh man.
Gotcha. AJ?
I don't know anything about baseball.
Okay. Xander?
Yeah, dude. I don't know, man. I've never seen any of the Star Wars.
Come on, guys. You are killing me now.
Corey?
I'm a horror
guy either.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. What kid show do you secretly enjoy watching currently? Could be cartoon, anything. So, Xander, I'll start with you.
It's not a secret. I love SpongeBob. Straight up.
I was gonna say the same thing.
Yeah. It's on Amazon Prime now, and I'm binging it. So yeah,
I could speak through SpongeBob references.
Oh, dude. Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks,
okay.
What
about you, Tyler?
I mean, I don't really watch kids shows anymore.
Oh wow, I'm an adult. Oh, I'm Tyler.
No, dude, I'm too busy watching fucking a fake arm that's clearly fake get chewed off, and there's like red fucking paint squirting his blood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I really loved Hey Arnold.
Dude, his room was the fucking sickest room.
Oh yeah, dude, and remember when fucking I don't. It is like the world they created was really cool. Like even like the dude who worked at like the butcher shop, and I remember like Eugene got in trouble and he had to work at the meat shop and he accidentally started fucking loving it.
Do you remember the episode where they clean up that lot?
Yeah.
To play baseball.
Stoop kids afraid to leave the stoop.
Stoop kids afraid to leave the stoop. I remember the most stressful one was when like it snowed, but Arnold had to work all day, and like he couldn't go out with his friends, and then like Grandpa like rewarded him and he like sprayed the street with water so it turned to ice and they could ice skate at the end. It was like real wholesome. I love that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there was the summer one. Remember like all the hands with like the things and like it fucking
it died. Yeah.
And they fucking busted the fire hydrant. Everyone's playing in the street.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, I haven't seen that stuff in a long time, but I remember it like it was yesterday.
Awesome. All right, last question. I'm going to start with Tyler. Tyler, what's your your favorite guilty pleasure?
Pussy.
Puss. No, I would say my favorite guilty pleasure, and it's not even really a guilty pleasure, is I love going to record stores, and I'll go in there for hours. What my fiance Shelby and I have been doing a lot lately is we'll go to antique malls and just find the fucking cool.
Oh yeah.
Let me show you what I found today. Hold on.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just as
While he's grabbing that, AJ, what about you?
they're not guilty. I've accepted the autism at this point. I fucking love Pokemon and model trains and all that shit.
Good.
Whatever.
Found
No.
Go ahead, Tyler.
first pressing.
Oh,
That's in good fucking shape too.
Yeah, it's like yeah. So I found this today at a fucking antique mall, and it was like this dude had a lot of cool shit. And we started like rattling off like, because he had like Star Trek and Xena, the fucking Princess Warrior. He had like all kinds of like old shit. And I was like, I'm a horror dude, man. If you got like any fucking Fangorias, I'm looking for number 66. That was the Lost Boy one when they had fucking Paul in the front when he fell in the bathtub of the holy water and his face is all chewed up from the, I was like, I'm looking for that. He goes, oh, I see your arms covered in Lost Boys stuff. Do you have Vampires Everywhere, like the comic book from the movie? And I go, no, I don't have that. There's a lot of replicas out there, but like I'm kind of past the point of like just getting replicas or reprints. Just to, like I want the real shit, or I just don't have the room for it.
Yeah.
right.
He goes, and I was like, I'm a sucker for anthologies. Like, I love Tales from the Dark Side. I love Body Bags. I love Creep Show. And he goes, Creep Show. And he goes around the corner and like. He had a bunch of Fangorias and a bunch of like Eries and like all those, all that shit. And he fucking pulls this out and he goes, this is from 1982. This is the original pressing. And he's like, I can pull it out if you want. And he pulled it out. And like, it's like the paper, like the sheets still stick to each other from the ink. It like smells new. And I was like, dude, run it.
That's awesome, man.
So yeah, got this guy today. But
it's so sick you found it in the wild too. You didn't just like get it off eBay or something. Like that makes it equally like extra cool,
Yeah, because like I had to find Sinister Urge in Hellbilly Deluxe. I found it in the wild.
Yeah.
And those records, like, so like I like it's when you find, because like everything's at your fingertips. I want. This, I want that. You can get fucking anything anywhere, but like to find, like, dude, I've seen so many reprints of these like on Amazon and eBay for like 20, like but this is like the fucking real deal, dude.
It's awesome, man.
That is awesome.
But yeah, that guilt, just fucking getting nerdy out in the wild. Like I love, like. I'm sorry, I'm going off on a tangent again, but like we start decorating Halloween in like around July. So it goes 4th of July. It goes 4th of July, and then my birthday, which is the 18th.
July 18th is your birthday?
July 18th is my birthday, yes.
Hell yeah. And
then on the 19th of July, we set up for Halloween. And it doesn't come down until Thanksgiving. Because she loves Christmas, so we watch The Grinch and then we like decorate for Christmas. But
that's great.
But like when it's like fucking like June and July, and you're at like these like antique malls and you see these old like fucking blow mold pumpkins and like fucking like not just like the fucking $2 Walmart ones that are all bent out of shape because they've been fucking squeezed for so long. Like the old deal, like the Empires and the fucking, General Mold, like General Foam, like all those like old school fucking ones, dude. Like, I love it.
Yeah, we're gonna Halloween hunt so hard this year.
You're goddamn right. Yeah, I'll get back with you on the Sonic Temple, either before or after. I'll figure out a way to hang out in Ohio if schedule permitting.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Xander, I didn't get to ask you. What's your?
I guess
pleasure?
my guilty pleasure is truthfully I really love like late '90s, early 2000s like pop music, like Destiny's Child, TLC, Aaliyah. Like everybody, whenever I tell people that or like put it on my Instagram, they think I'm like being silly, but like I'm being dead serious. Like I listen to that more than I do like, for example, like modern metal music or anything like that. I love Christina and Britney. Like that shit's awesome, dude. So like, yeah, right.
The songwriting, dude.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
For them to like make earworms like that, it's very impressive.
It's amazing. It's like magical, like straight up, man. Yeah. I love that shit.
All right, so Xander, real quick, NSYNC or Backstreet?
Oh man, dude. I think Backstreet for the amount of quantity. Like NSYNC has better quality of songs, but they only have like 2 or 3. But Backstreet Boys has a catalog.
AJ?
So.
I'm going Backstreet Boys as well.
Tyler?
LFO.
Dude, nice.
Remember that? Girls for the summer or whatever the fuck they say.
Yeah.
Oh, remember O-Town? My liquid dreams, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like
My
couldn't
liquid
think of anything.
dreams. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds it's like
Very sexual.
Yeah, what are we talking about, dude?
Dude, that nocturnal bust, you know.
Yeah.
NSYNC or Backstreet. When I was in like 3rd grade, 4th grade, I felt like NSYNC was because like they were like I feel like hold on. Loser lid. At that time, I guess maybe it was a regional thing. You know, 'cause it's Pepsi or Coke, right?
Yeah.
That's what we're doing here. And I feel like at the time, NSYNC in my area, like all the girls, they were all practicing the fucking bye 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 dance on the fucking on the playground during recess. And dude, like they're like, that's all.
You got it.
Everyone was doing that shit, and I was like, oh, man, okay, NSYNC is the flavor. That's what I'm supposed to like. But like Xander said, hindsight now, looking back on it, it's like Backstreet was sick, dude.
Yeah.
And the Backstreet
jams, dude.
Fucking video? Are you joking?
Yeah. That's so sick. That's like the horror movie one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
The tour bus broke down. They got like knock on the door.
Yeah. It's fucking awesome, man. Yeah.
That's
Remember
great.
Carter was like, "Am I sexual?" And everyone's like, "Oh my god!" Like everyone was like,
yeah.
Rated R song, dude. Like,
Yeah. It's fucking awesome.
You really dug in on the fucking S on "Am I sexual?" And he was fucking.
Yeah, he was feeling himself when he recorded that. Yeah, dude.
On some bullshit, dude.
Yeah.
Go close to hear his shirt getting all wrinkled in the studio and shit.
Like, whoa, dude.
Yeah, he was going off.
So I know we're getting close to the end. So again, Tyler, thank you for taking some time to hang out with a couple clowns on a Tuesday. So I really appreciate it. So thank you.
Oh, dude, thanks for having me. This was a lot of fun, man. I'd love to do this again.
Hell yeah. We would love to bring you back. So a couple quick questions before we go. I'm going to go first, and then Xander and AJ, if you have any questions. But tell us a little bit about 2024 for you and Falling in Reverse. What do you guys got going on?
2024, I feel like it would be redundant to say this is going to be a really big year because I feel like the past couple of years have been really big years. I feel like before COVID, Falling was a big band, but that statement has a lot more weight post-COVID. You know what I mean? Like the songs are fucking huge. The shows are huge. The name on the ad mat is fucking huge. I feel like every release is just bigger and better, and the tours have been bigger and better. And 2024, I know a lot, but I can't say anything. You know, that whole like to be continued, whatever. But yeah, we're hitting the road with Disturbed, and it's just gonna be a bunch of fucking fun shows. And we're gonna be playing some fucking ass beaters and emotional heaters, and yeah, it's just gonna be a good time, dude. And then there's the festivals. We're playing some festivals, and then at the ass end of the year, I am getting married. I'm getting married Yeah. So
Congrats.
thank you. So yeah, Shelby and I are getting married at the end of the year. So as far as even if I could say, it's very. We'll just leave it at that. I'm getting married, and I'm really excited about this tour that's coming up in a couple days. It's like fucking Disturbed, dude. You know what I mean? Like that's crazy, crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys at some point. I don't know if I'm playing Philly. Where's Uncasville as far?
I don't know. I've never heard of that town.
Uncasville is Mohegan Sun, so that's about 45 minutes south for me.
Okay.
Let me look at the tour.
Are you guys gonna be playing there?
You are.
Hell yeah, I'll come out.
Okay. Yeah, we'll chat afterwards for sure.
Okay, sounds good.
But yeah, that's
Xander,
it. It's gonna be a big fucking year for me.
that's awesome, man. Congrats. That's great.
Thank you, brother.
Xander or AJ, you have anything for Tyler before we finish up for tonight?
I have something for everybody. No, you go.
Okay. I just want to say, I don't know where you're going with this. I just want to say, Tyler, I really sincerely appreciate your time, and it was great. Like I said, great to meet you, man. And I think I speak for everybody when I say we all collectively had a good time tonight, and it was just truly enjoyable. So thanks, bro.
Yeah, dude, absolutely. Yeah, you guys are cool as shit, man.
Right on, dude.
Yeah, appreciate it. AJ, go ahead, bro.
What is everybody's opinion? And I don't mean to get political here. No, I've been fucking thinking about this all the time because I'm back into my Metallica shit, right? So like all I do now is I just watch Metallica stuff on repeat every single day. What is your guys's pick for the greatest song ever constructed and put out into the world? Mine, and by this I mean like there's literally not a single thing that you would change about the song, right? So mine is One by Metallica. I think that is like there's nothing changeable about that song, which Tyler might disagree with because you know Jason got fucked on that. But I'm not a bass player, so I don't hear that. Yeah, I don't hear that aspect. I think One is the fucking greatest song ever.
So you're saying in general or a Metallica song?
No, ever. Just in general, all time greatest song.
Can I go?
Greatest song.
It doesn't even have to be your favorite song because One isn't my favorite song. But I'm
It's
just
a perfect song.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Okay. I have two. The first one is Happy Birthday. This song is fucking amazing.
He's got a point.
No, you know what song I think is fantastic, and I'll say it to anyone, is Karma Police by Radiohead. I think that song is fucking perfect. I love that song.
I've never heard it.
I don't think I've ever heard that song before.
I've never heard of that. If it's not creep, I don't know it, dude.
We're gonna listen to it backstage. We're gonna hold hands and we're gonna enjoy it and stare into each other's eyes deeply.
Okay. Hey, whatever.
All right, somebody else.
Tyler, do you have one?
Xander, go.
Okay. All right.
Go.
I'll say Comfortably Numb. Comfortably Numb by Pink Floyd.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Corey.
I don't know.
Higher by Creed.
Damn, it's a good pick.
Good one, yeah.
That song does fuck, dude.
Dude,
Yeah.
Creed fucked.
I think maybe the best metal song ever written was White Walls by Between the Buried and Me.
Interesting.
Okay.
I think Collars is probably the perfect metal album.
Okay.
It was the best album in 2007, and it was the best album of 2020 when they remastered it. So,
Yeah. Good pick.
Scott Stapp had leather pleated pants, dude. How do you pleat leather, dude? Oh, fuck. And he was doing this in 2001 or whatever. Like, you know this, dude. Fucking Kendrick.
All right.
Okay, mine. I got three. The first one is such a fucking Enter Sandman. That song is perfect.
Yeah.
Anytime you play that anywhere, dude, it's on site. You know what I mean?
For real. On God.
Like, dude, you'll be in Chili's just like, oh, fuck. You know what I mean? Like, Enter Sandman. I'm going to go with Dr. Feelgood. Because, dude, I'll break a goddamn chair with someone's back like Stone Cold the minute I hit like it's on. Becoming from Pantera, track 2, Far Beyond Driven. That song, I don't know how the fuck they did it, but they did it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's interesting is like that's like not like it's a popular Pantera song, but it's like it's not Cowboys or like if you're a Pantera fan. But what I'm trying to say is like in comparison to like Cowboys or Walk or like, you know what I mean? Like it's like almost like a niche pick. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not like a heavy hitter, but I would agree it's one of my favorites out of their catalog.
It is. It makes me want to fucking just kick through the fucking floorboard and yabba dabba do my fucking clock down. Dude, it's just rip my Freddie Flintstones down the fucking freeway, dude. It's fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds perfect. But
so Far Beyond Driven's your favorite Pantera album. Pantera is one of my favorite bands. For me,
what do you want to
know? Southern Trendkill. That's my shit.
Trendkill, really?
Yeah, that's what that was the album that really got me into Pantera.
Okay.
And but one song that is fantastic from them that no one really knows is "Immortally Insane." It's like a bonus track off of Reinventing the Steel.
Yep.
That song is fucking fire. It's so good.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. That is a cool song. Didn't they? No, is that tied? Which one was it? Because I thought Immortally Insane was on 101 Proof.
Was it? I know it's on the Reinventing the Steel, but it might be. I don't remember. And Avoid the Light, wasn't that
Avoid the Light
also on there? But it's off a soundtrack, right? It's the Dracula 2000 or whatever.
Yeah.
What's the SpongeBob Pantera song?
What's that?
Pantera is on a SpongeBob episode.
Yeah, they are. They're like skateboarding.
Yeah, it's when Sandy has to go into hibernation.
Yeah.
And it says like the episode says with special guest Pantera.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was just like a demo or whatever, but they're in a SpongeBob episode. Little fun fact.
I don't. You know what? I did know that, but I don't know what song it was. Something's telling me that it's the part of Throes of Rejection where it's like dun 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 dun, where it's like
yeah.
It might, but it I could be like that might be a fever dream though. I might want it to be that.
Might be a Liquid Dream by Ota.
Oh yeah.
There you go. All right, so guys, before we go, anything else? Xander, you have anything for the 5,800 people watching currently?
No, just thanks everybody for tuning in. It was fun.
Nice.
Yep.
White Zombie or Rob Zombie?
Oh, White Zombie.
Dude, that's stupid. That's a stupid question.
White Zombie. What I would say, White Zombie. I don't know.
I mean, Dragula is fire, so.
I would say White Zombie just for authenticity and like what, like, you know what I mean? Like you can't sculpt that. You ain't gonna find that on Craigslist. You ain't gonna find that. You know what I mean? Like for that. But I think that Hellbilly Deluxe and Sinister Urge are definitely in my top 10 records.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Cool.
All right, that's all I got.
All right, good deal. Tyler, you have anything else for everyone?
Just Jason Newsted.
Oh,
fuck you.
Hold on. I do.
Better be the dog.
Aww.
Betty, camera. So he's got one eye and he's blind in it, and he's my whole world. and he's my best friend. And I've probably written 20 albums about him, and he's like 50 nicknames. And he runs the Roost here. This is my guy.
Hell yeah.
And
That's awesome.
And this is the last thing. I love him so much.
Oh,
Aw,
that's
yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
That's everything.
It's a great way
That's
to end
great.
it.
Fuck
It
yeah.
is.
Yeah, man.
Thank you everyone for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed yet to the House of Masks, come on. What are you doing? And also Under the Bus Network, check it out. A few clowns hanging out. Tomorrow we have that fucking clown show. You'll see him and Jay, great thumbnail. So come hang out with us tomorrow night at 9. Xander, AJ, always a pleasure. Tyler, great meeting you, man. Thank you so much again for coming on. And thanks everyone for checking us out and hang out backstage. But everyone, we'll see you later. Jay, take us out. We love you.
Take a fucking gander here.